Hey guys, not like Electros here. Um, I'm just starting a new podcast. This is gonna be like the first episode, kind of an intro of a series. I really think this is gonna be a great series podcast. I really think a lot of people out there are gonna enjoy this podcast because of the things it talks about and gets you if you're in the stage of adolescence, which is like your teenage years and stuff, or even if you're in your childhood, you're kind of starting off as or you're just starting off as a new adult. I feel like this series is going to be great for you. There's going to be other podcast series in the future. This is just going to be the first podcast series. This podcast series is called Employment. So, in your childhood, you have thoughts about what are you going to be when you grow up? And when you get into adolescence and stuff like that, you really start to think about a little bit more in depth, on what do you really want to do and how are you going to, or what are you going to do to, get there. So for the first episode today, we're going to be talking about, law enforcement. For law enforcement, this is a really big part in everybody's life. Um, Law enforcement's main job is to serve and protect. And if you decide to go to college to become, get in law enforcement or stuff, there's certain degrees like criminal justice you can earn to get, and we're gonna go more in depth on that in a little bit. Basically, law enforcement, it requires a lot of training. Your mental state of health has to be really good. You have to have goals to be in law enforcement. You can't just go into law enforcement and do whatever you want. It's a really prestigious job, and it requires a lot of dedication, determination, honesty, humility, lots of concepts in that. But there's different stages in law enforcement. There's local, then you have county, state, federal. For federal, it's like the U.S. Marshals, stuff like that. For city, local, it's like your city police department. If you live in let's say Los Angeles in California, there's gonna be LAPD. If you're in a county, county like Marin County in Florida, MCSO. Then states like California, which would be CHP, California Highway Patrol, Florida Highway Patrol, FHP. It just depends. And the thing about law enforcement is you get a chance to help other people. You put your life at risk for other people. It's not every day you're going to be in a dangerous situation. Some days you're writing citations, just responding to a domestic disturbance or something. It's usually pretty calm, but you always have to be thinking about what you say while you're on duty, and that's a big aspect in law enforcement. And then criminal justice, you can get you can get a bachelor's in criminal justice, or you can be the people that get a doctorate in criminal justice, and if you get like a doctorate or a master's in criminal justice, it's just saying you have a better understanding. You had more dedication. Not saying that other people don't have a good understanding or had a good amount of dedication into it, but having more time into something and being dedicated just shows how hard you work, and law enforcement agencies are going to notice that. The big thing about law enforcement agencies is how you treat people. In my life, I've seen many cases on police officers abusing their power, but the people that don't abuse their power are the people that make a difference in people's lives. And the people that get higher ranks in the department are the people that show dedication, have leadership. Like, if you're the person in the department just yelling and always being mean to suspects, giving people just not doing the right thing, police brutality, stuff like that, it's gonna get noticed at some point. You're wearing a body cam. Most agencies use body cams for a certain reason. And if you decide not to turn on your body cam, it's suspicious. And if you constantly don't turn on your body cam, that's when it gets really suspicious. If you do it 1 or 2 times, that could be okay, could just be a little suspicious. But when you get into it and you stop turning on your body cam and never turn on your body cam, that's things your sergeant is going to notice, your lieutenant, captain, stuff like that. And it matters on what you do and how you do it. Law enforcement is a really big thing. For me, law enforcement is a big thing to me because it shows me how I can be a leader and help others in the community while helping myself and feeling better about myself. There's other jobs like 911 dispatchers that still have a big aspect in helping people, but not in a dangerous situation. So 911 dispatchers is what we're going to talk in the next episode, so stay tuned. This is all I'm going to say today. When we go into next episode, we're going to talk a little bit about a little refresh, adding a few things on law enforcement, just a summary, and then we're going to get into 911 dispatchers and what they do to help people. Stay tuned for the next episode, and have a great day.